Subic Times started in 2008. It started out as a personal blog of mine, and eventually it evolved into a local news website for our place here in Olongapo, in Subic and Zambales. From the start, Subic Times didn't have a print edition. It was purely on the internet because production was really high. The printing cost was too much for us, so we decided to go online, and well, I think it's been a success because we're the only one in Subic who does this. It was first set up because I was a bit frustrated. I had a lot of articles, I have a lot of photos, didn't get printed, so the disappointment. Subic Times is relatively new. It's only 2008, 2009, 2010, 4 years old, but I think it made an impact in our local community, especially during the 2010 election. Well, social media played a crucial role in the growth of Subic Times. It helped us reach the former residents of Olongapo who are now abroad or who are working abroad. People share our stories, our pictures, our videos. Basically, I use my laptop, a desktop, my DSLR, the 60D. I've got several audio equipments, the Zoom H1, my iPod, and a mobile phone, and a broadband stick. But I guess that's about it. But it manages the internet and different platforms for telling stories, for journalism is going to swell. There's a lot of potential. It's actually happening now. Everybody's going online because that's the future of journalism.
Nation Multimedia Group started in 1971 as an English paper called The Voice of the Nation, which was later shortened to The Nation. Sutichai Yun led a group of founders of the paper that has since grew into the multimedia company that it is today. Mr. Yun is very visible in the print and broadcast platforms, and about 5 years ago spearheaded a shift towards multimedia and increased the group's presence in social media.
5 years ago, I started to see that social media, the Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, began to really catch up. And as a reporter, I saw that it was a very useful tool to cover stories, to blog, and to be able to file stories on the spot. So I started testing by myself to see whether it would work or not. And to my surprise, it worked very well, despite the fact that the quality of some of the videos in the beginning from handheld cameras was not that good, but it was possible.
Mr. Yun is very tech-savvy himself. He has an iPad too, Samsung tablet, Samsung Galaxy, and an iPhone, but when he started tinkering with gadgets, the technology was not that developed yet.
At that time, it wasn't even iPhone, it was a camcorder, Sony camcorder or Canon or some of the Japanese brands. And it turned out that they could shoot brief clips, video clips, that we could use on television. And that is why when I saw that all these tools could be used to improve the coverage live and also at the same time very convenient, because if a reporter decides to use the cameras doing interviews on their own, being able to edit it and then put it on YouTube and then being able to put it on television, then it was kind of a special relationship with the audience. The audience would feel that they now have a reporter, a cameraman, who is on the scene and taking pictures, doing interviews with one tool. That's why I decided that that's what our people should be trained for.
Today, Nation has 350 of its reporters, rewriters, and editors on social media platforms like Twitter and Facebook, and the use of social media has even become a part of the annual performance assessment. Mr. Yoon tweets regularly in his account at Sutichai, where he has more than 250,000 followers. He believes that social media plays an important part in the future of news.
How has the emergence of social media as a reporting tool influenced UCA news operations?
Very considerably. Social media, as we know through North Africa, was dynamically significant in the political changes there. In Asia, the principal form of access to the web is through handheld devices, while the number of smartphones is greatly exceeded by conventional and analogue handheld devices. There is only one direction in which this is going, and that is to the access that will happen through handheld devices, and they are also especially important when it comes to the enormous growth in social media interaction. The second largest group of people engaging with one another on Facebook, outside the leader, which is the United States, is in Indonesia, and those sorts of developments are right across Asia. So if we're to be an effective and impacting source of information, we need to be active and energetic through the channels that people are now using. So a key priority for UCAN over the next 12 months is its development of the skill and capacity to engage with its audience and readership through social media. Social media is a reality. If you don't want to be in social media, you don't want to be in the modern world. The church has no choice about social media. The impact that social media is going to have on the church will be significant, because it is the instrument of democratic, pluralistic, interactive communication, and that's not something that the church responds to with comfort or ease, and so it's going to have a very significant cultural impact on the church and its operations in coming years.
Yeah.